There are preachers whose influence is measured by crowds, and there are leaders whose influence is measured by office. And then there are voices whose influence is measured by how long they keep speaking after they're gone. And Phillips Brooks is one of those voices. Brooks died in 1893, yet today, on his feast day in the Anglican Communion, the, his words still shape prayers, sermons, hymns, lives, not because he chased longevity, but because he learned how to bring truth through personality and then let carrying that truth further that proclamation beyond his own lifetime. Listen to this quote by Phillips Brooks. Do not pray for easy lives. Pray to be stronger men. Do not pray for tasks equal to your powers. Pray for powers equal to your tasks. Then the doing of your work shall be no miracle, but you yourself shall be a miracle. This is not a motivational speech. It's a vocational formation. There are 6 formations in Phillips Brooks's life. First, he was a pastor first. Brooks believed preaching itself was pastoral care. He didn't separate sermon from shepherding. His sermons were meant to steady souls and to help people grow, not to win arguments. The second is there was a voice within him and with the tide and against the tide. Let me say that again. He was a voice in, with, and against the tide. Living in the Gilded Age, Brooks opposed slavery. He preached at Lincoln's death. He spoke to national grief without becoming a partisan ideologue, and he exhorted rather than agitated. The third movement is the limits of presence and the gift of writing. A preacher's voice is bound by time and place. Writing is how he escapes both. Brooks understood this instinctively. His sermons circulated widely in print, and it extended his ministry across generations. The fourth movement is hymnody as theology of the people. Take this by Phillips Brooks. "O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie." It's not doctrinal exposition, it's lived theology. Listen to this line: "The hopes and fears of all the years." Hopes and fears, silent years, Emmanuel entering our lives. The fifth movement is the meeting place, the human condition and divine address. Brooks spoke where life actually hurt: fatigue, fear, longing, and courage. And then he allowed God's voice to meet people there. 6, enduring influence. We still pray his words. We still sing his hymns. We quote his sermons. And that kind of influence outlives position. And I think that Brooks reminds us that leadership is not about leaving monuments. It's about leaving language people can live inside. I did this podcast on voices heard and words read because I want to encourage you, whether you are a pastor or preacher, or whether you are full-time as a writer, or whether that's just a part of what's being integrated in your life, to see how when you speak the words and record the words and write the words, they can live and they can continue to encourage people beyond your own lifetime, as Phillips Brooks is doing. All right, that's the podcast for today. Continue if you want to read some stuff here on Substack or wherever else you're seeing or reading this. Love to have you as a part of the community. I mean, the dialogue is rich and real. And I'm just being me today. So all the best to you. We'll talk to you next time.